Hey guys, I'm Kieran with Maple Media, and this is your election recap. Let's get into it. It's been a long and hard fought election. So, let's cover how did we get to this result? First off, let's look at our party leaders. Jacqueline Turner for the Conservatives, Reese Parker for the Liberals, Ellie Hage for the NDP, and Luca Rabibno for the Green Party. Soon enough, the election was fully underway, and all the political parties and media groups were posting online about their platforms and each other. And Maple Media proceeded to host Q&A sessions with each of the parties, along with interviews.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Maple Media. Today we will be interviewing the Conservative Party's Jacqueline Turner.
Hi, welcome back to Maple Media. My name is Kieran, and I'm here with the leader of the Green Party, Luca. Hi guys. So,
For that, we have Reese Parker today from Liberal Party.
Hi, my name is Reese Parker, and I am very excited to be the leader of the Liberal Party of Canada. I am running in the Ottawa City.
But it wasn't just Maple Media holding events. All the other parties were holding their events too, such as this one. So after Maple Media's backstage pass to the Liberal campaign's rollout, we had some more time for interviews.
hi, my name is Kieran Mills. I'm with Maple Media, and I'm here with the leader of the Conservative Party.
Hi everyone, I'm Jacqueline Turner. Thank you for having me.
Hi guys, I'm Kieran with Maple Media, and I'm here with Luca, the leader of the Green Party. Luca. Guys, I'm Kieran with Maple Media, and I'm here with Miss Michaela
Yep, I'm the speechwriter for our candidate here.
for the NDP, and their party leader,
Ali. And while that was all going on, each political party was strategizing and making their own attack ads, like these.
Ali Haj Hassan claims he values equality. But when asked about the first woman to ever lead the Liberal Party, he had only this to say.
Ms. Parker seems to be an amazing spouse.
It's time we stop defining women by their marital status. Vote for Reese Parker because she's qualified, not because she's married. Vote for Parker's promises.
While this was going on, Maple Media's own journalists were writing about all the hot topics during this election. Really great stuff shown here. But the debate was closing in, so let's check out some of the highlights that transpired then.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 2025 Canadian federal election leadership debate.
Here.
During the leadership race, there were reports of internal party division. As party candidate, how well equipped are you to lead your party and Canadians? First, we'll have the Conservative candidate. You may begin.
The Conservative Party of Canada had the only full turnout leadership race. We are very proud to say that we democratically elected our leader. What I will say is that we did have multiple leaders running. However, we did it democratically, and now that we have decided on our leader, myself, that everyone in our party is working very well together. I think differences are very important to address. If we don't have differing ideas, then we are focused on a bunch of people who are yes men around us. And it's important for leaders to be held accountable. And I think that our leadership race truly shows that we are united. And there's no animosity within our party. We work amazingly together. Thank you.
As many of you may know, that there obviously was some party division among all my of my caucus. However, that does not divide us and change who we are. We still stand for the same policies of climate action, equitable and sustainable future. So my party, we are strong enough to address those policies, whether if we have any debates of internal party division.
Moving on to question 2 of social issues. Canada's current immigration system has been criticized, especially regarding this recent rise in immigration rates to the country, relating to the skilled labor, immigration rates, and the temporary foreign workers program. How would your government handle these issues and ease the concerns of Canadians?
Canada as it currently stands is a product of immigration. I, like 98% of Canadians, am a product of immigrants, and I am proud of that fact. The problem that we have had is that we have simply allowed too many new Canadians into our country too quickly. We have not had the jobs, the housing, or the infrastructure to accommodate such rapid population growth due to immigration. My government will put a pause on immigration, not forever, but until we have the resources to support Canadians currently living within our country, immigrants currently living within our country, and those that we are welcoming into our border. It is important that we can assure that everybody has the Canadian dream that we have promised them. Thank you.
In Canada, we've seen that our immigration system recently has been criticized. But if we look back to recent history and former Conservative governments, we see that Harper's government harbored a discourse of distrust amongst Canadians when it came to immigration. This caused many immigrants who are refugees to fail to claim many benefits that they had a right to. Frankly, past governments of liberal leadership will find that essentially what they're telling us is we made a massive mistake and now we'll try to put a stop. How do you know you're not going to make another mistake or many others?
Now on to round 2 of rebuttals for social issues.
I don't think there should be a pause on immigration, as the Liberal candidate has said. How are we supposed to fast forward our building jobs and all these things for pausing immigration? We don't have enough right now. We need more foreign temporary workers to come and help rebuild our economy that has been broken under the Liberal government.
Yes, excuse me, Mr. Leader of the NDP party. I'd just like to introduce myself. My name is Reese Parker, and amazingly, I am not Justin Trudeau. I do plan on doing things very differently. And as for the leader of the Green Party, while I think that there is absolutely value in foreign temporary workers, where do you plan on housing all of these new Canadians? Are they going to live with you? Because I would love to see that plan. I hope you have a nice roomy basement over there, Mr. Rubino. We simply
Now moving on to the open debate. Open debate, period 1.
I would like to ask a question to Ms. Turner. In 2023, Conservative MPs voted unanimously in favor of Bill C-311, which is an anti-abortion bill entered in by a Conservative MP. I would like to know, how do you feel about the pro-life agenda that is rising in the Conservative Party of Canada?
Thank you for that question. So, under the last government, and under the last Conservative Party, yes, many MPs did vote for pro-life sentiments. However, the Conservative Party continues to change. And it is of my belief that the Conservative Party nor the government should become involved in the affairs of Canadians at home. I have no interest in taking away any of the rights that Canadians already possess. May have been called a red Tory in the past, and you know what? I don't think that's a bad thing. I stand with women and their right to choose. Whether I would do that or not is not a question. So I think that it is important for the government to stay out of the business of people's homes.
I would like to piggyback off of that and not really let you get off the hook. Ms. Turner, she's talking about pro-life movements within your own party. Your own party is seeing a rise in pro-life sentiment, and as Canadians, we should believe that not a single inch of women's right to choose should be given up at this point in history or at any time. She's asking you, what are you going to do to combat this within your own party, and if it were to come up in Canada as a whole?
Like we talked about earlier in the leadership period, there will be divisions within parties. However, I do not support it. I am the leader of the Conservative Party, and I do not stand with a pro-life sentiment that has any type of dictation over all women's...
Your vote does not have a veto, though. Unfortunately, the rest of your party also has votes. And if it's a rising movement in your own party, I'm sorry to say, Ms. Turner, your personal opinion is not entirely important here.
But I can stand with women, and I can lobby, and I can work with people within my party, because I believe that that is right.
After the debates, we had some interviews and photo shoots, and this is what that looked like. So after the debates, we got our polls back, we analyzed it, and we got some pretty interesting results. Let's take a look at that now. One of the first questions we asked on the poll was, if the election was held today, which candidate / party would you vote for? Interestingly enough, 22% was undecided. The NDP sitting at 11, the Conservatives at 22, the Greens at 11, and the Liberals in the lead with 33. If we take a look at the candidate's favorability rating, how favorable, how likable each candidate was, we found that the Greens had a -12. Very interesting. The Liberals just sitting at just a +1, and the Conservatives, the NDP, pretty close together at a 5 and a 6 with a positive result there. When we asked people about the most important issue influencing their vote, 55% of people said it had something to do with the economy and the cost of living, while 22% of people said international affairs, with 33% saying it had to do with the effect that the result would have on public services. Now we look at these next graphs. It is about the approval / disapproval of current topics and issues. We look at current military spending. 33% strongly disapprove, and another 33% neither approve or disapprove. The rest are split amongst either disapprove or slightly approve or approve. Pretty interesting. Next up is approval / disapproval of the rate of immigration. 22% strongly disapproves, 11% disapproves, 11% slightly disapproves, 11% neither disapproves or approves, 11% slightly approves, 22% approves, and 11% strongly approves. It's pretty split across the board on that one. Approval / disapproval of the current effort towards climate change. Slightly approve in the lead with 33% and 22% of neither approve or disapprove. The rest is split amongst all the other answers. The approval rating / disapproval rating of the current amount of foreign aid. We thought this was going to be a big one, but apparently it wasn't. 55% of people neither approved or disapproved. The rest split amongst either, most of it was split amongst the rest of the disapproval side, with only 11% on the approval side. Pretty interesting result there. Which candidate would you trust the most to manage the ongoing trade dispute between Canada and the USA? Now, 55% of people said the Conservatives, with only 22% saying the Liberals. The same amount of people said neither. Now, this is pretty interesting because the Liberals were in the leading by the Conservatives for who would you most likely vote for by 11 points. But turns out that not the same amount of people think that the Liberals could manage the same manage the trade dispute with the United States to the same amount of confidence. Parties representing your beliefs the most, it's pretty split across the board, with 22% each, besides the NDP with 11% and 22% saying none. Honest and trustworthy. Now, every party had a wide range of results, whether I distrust them, I don't think they're honest, and I think they're really honest. And it all kind of balanced out together, with the Conservatives, NDP, and the Liberals all getting a net 0 rating because it all balanced out. But the Greens just managed to edge out a positive, honest, and trustworthy rating, which is interesting when we look back at their favorability rating. Here we can see the breakdown of each of the parties' favorability rating. You see, I neither distrust or trust them is the majority here, with very honest and trustworthy. Same with the Greens. So 66% of people either really trusted them or didn't care. This is very different when we look at all the other parties, where it's a lot more polarized. Gender demographic, it's pretty split, with 44.4% female, 44.4% male, and 11% with other. And wealth demographics, upper middle class 55% and middle class 33%, with lower class just at 11%. Pretty interesting. And if you already identified with a specific political ideology, 30% said no, 30% said liberal, 30% said conservative, and 10% said Turkish nationalism. Let's see if that influences the election results in any way. Could be interesting. And finally, Election Day was here. All the work that everyone had put into this led up to this moment. The suspense was at its peak. High schoolers that we had bussed in were in the audience. People gave their closing remarks, little speech, and people voted. And here was the results.
Minority government with the Liberals and the NDP tying for 24 votes.
What? After all of that, it was a tie. Amazing. Just amazing. All the work that everyone put into this, all the effort, the time, the energy, and it showed, and it was a tie. I've never seen anything like that in real world politics, and only something like that could happen in a class like this because of how much effort people put in. It was crazy. Thank you to everyone who watched Maple Media. Thank you to everyone who participated in this election. Thank you to the high school students who shipped in. But at the end of the day, it was a tie. A dual minority government. Amazing. Well, thank you for watching. This has been Maple Media, and possibly for the last time. I'll see you around. Goodbye.